Rant request about attraction and how do you win a girl. And if you're a girl, you might want to listen to this and pay close attention as well. And this might be part 1 and part 2 because I'm really going to go deep into some of the aspects of this. And again, this is coming from years and years of couples counseling with so many couples over the years. First question, I guess, or the first thing I want to talk about is attraction. I want to talk about the attraction first because that's like the foundation of the answer to the question. So, part 1, the 3 kinds of attraction, and the first one is, I would call it shallow or outward or exterior attraction. This is when you're attracted to the person's physique, beauty, handsomeness, maybe it's the voice, the laughter, things like that. It's all outward, it's all physical, it's all exterior. You don't really know the other person. Not really. Okay, so why is this so powerful? Because there's an element of mystery. There's the interest comes from curiosity. You don't know where they live. You don't know if they live in the Philippines. Why is there an accent? Does he or she have a foreigner parent, or has she or he lived abroad? Things like that. So it's all exterior. Then you've got the second level of attraction, and the second level has more to do with values. The question here would be, are you attracted to the person's ideals, values, convictions, hopes, dreams, and goals? You're not asking anymore if you like the person for their face. You're asking if you appreciate, agree with, respect, or admire their values. So, this obviously requires more experience with the person, talking to the person, hanging out with the person, getting to know the person, all of that stuff, right? So, do they believe in spanking children when the children are still young? Or do they believe in, pro-choice or pro-abortion? Or are they pro-life? Are they for or against religion? Things like that. So values, convictions, are they more conservative? Are they liberated? Are they, Democrat or Republican, Calvinist or Arminian? All of that stuff. Atheist, religious, etc. So that's the second kind of attraction. The third kind of attraction, okay, is what I would call the holistic kind of attraction. Holistic because you already have memories with one another. That means you're hanging out as friends. You've built a genuine friendship, and you're actually already admiring the person for the memories that you have with them. So, for example, you're hanging out in a group, and the group started talking about a topic that was very sensitive, and people got triggered, and tensions kind of rose, and people were starting to argue. And you observe this person, and the person actually maybe used their intellect or charm or influence or integrity or whatever to kind of get everyone to settle down and to chill. And he or she diffused the tension in a very admirable way. And you were like, wow, those are qualities, I really like. I really appreciated what he or she did when he or she did that. So those kinds of things, you've got memories already. Or maybe you're a girl and you had a difficult time trying to get Grab or Uber or whatever going home, and the person just goes, hey, I just got a Grab. Why don't I take you home, and then I'll go home and we'll just share the Grab. Things like that. Them offering kindness and courtesy and just being a gentleman, things like that. So you've got memories with a person. Why is this important, and why is this for me number 3? Because number 2 is all about the words. You just heard the person talk about these things. But holistic attraction is when you actually see the person live out what they say they believe. A lot of people say they believe something, but they don't live it out. So you gotta see, based on your own eyes, based on your own ears, and your own experience, that they actually walk the talk. Why is this so crucial? Not just because you don't want to be attracted to a hypocrite, but also because you want to see how they actually apply what they believe. Because some people will say, I don't like bullies, but then the way they respond to bullies is by bullying the bullies. And so they themselves are just being bullies to the bullies, which you don't end up appreciating, right? But if they handle it in a way that you appreciate, then that's a bonus, right? So I guess that's the first thing I would suggest for guys and for girls. And so the first mistake for girls and guys, let me just say this. Girls, if there's a guy who you don't even know and they don't know you, and their first move is to try to hang out with you one-on-one, run. They're not worth your time. And guys, if you're trying to hang out with a girl one-on-one as your first move, then you've already proven you're not worth the time of any girl. Why? Because you guys are trying to hang out in an environment where you're both very conscious about yourselves, and you're going to put your best foot forward, and you're not being genuine. You're not being sincere. You're not being yourself. You're being very self-conscious, very self-aware, and you're just going to try to behave in such a way that you look attractive, charming, that you look like, boyfriend or girlfriend material, blah, 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 blah. Right? So that's not the first move. That's the worst first move I think people make. Right? I think the best first move is to try to hang out in a group setting. That way, you end up making yourself vulnerable. You make the other person vulnerable. You're both sincere. You're both being yourselves. And you're both being natural in your most natural environment or quote-unquote habitat. And when you're like that, when people get to know you for who you are and you get to know others for who they are, then you'll get to find out in a genuine, honest way if the attraction goes from the first level, which is outer, to the second level, which is inner, and to the third level. And of course, the third level will happen later on. But at least the first level and potentially the second level can be covered in tiny bits and pieces already. And that's a really good first step. Right? Now, this is part 1. I'm going to make another rant for part 2, which is going to talk about how to deepen that and how to get there and how to find out for yourself if this is really something, this is a friendship you want to pursue, and if this is a relationship you want to deepen into something that's more than friends, okay? So, God bless you guys. See you in the next video.